Hey guys, it's Saturday morning and I'm in the law library. I'm by myself. There's one other person up here on the third floor, so I'm trying not to talk too loud. I found a secluded area and I'm in one of the random book area. I am a student at Rutgers Newark School of Law. I'm a 1L. Originally I'm from New York City, and I must say that my experience so far has been amazing. Um, I'm taking 5 classes: torts, property, contracts, legal writing, and criminal law. And I've been learning a great amount, and the workload has been intense. I'm talking like at least 4 hours of work every day, and even more on weekends. Weekends, I crawl over to the library and just study all day. Usually I study with a friend or a small group. Today everyone left, so I'm all by myself. About the school, I'd say the law building is beautiful. When I walk in, there's a spiral staircase and an amazing atrium. The campus itself, it's pretty nice, but once you step off campus, the the area becomes unpleasant, to say the least. So I try to stick and stay on campus. There's been a lot of student organizations and free food events. I've been going to those things and making use of them. I'll go to say a random law fraternity. They'd be giving out free pizza for lunch. I'll make use of that. Or just the other day, there was a $10 event called Chef's Row, and there was all sorts of amazing food like lobsters and rice. Yeah, so I've been studying a lot these days, and at least one time I started going crazy and felt overwhelmed and was despairing because I had to write this legal memo and it was crazy. I had one day left to do it. I was tweaking it, trying to make it perfect. But I got that done, handed it in the next day, and it was just a relief. But every day, there's always more homework to do. When a professor assigns homework, when a professor does not assign homework, I always look to my classmate, and we both say at the same time, "Yay, now we have more time to do other homework." I mean, that's how crazy it is because even when I finish the homework, I always try to do homework ahead of time, and then this way, I'll have time during the week to work on supplements. Because my thinking is, if you just do the required reading, that's what everyone is doing, right? So the classes are curved, so you want to do something different from everyone else. So that's been my thing. Also, during my first week, and maybe first 2 weeks, I was doing case briefs, issue, rule, holding, court rationale, procedural history. I was typing those things up, and that was a huge time sink. So more recently, I started doing book briefing, where instead of typing all that up, I color code highlight my case book. Which good thing I did not purchase used books, because had I done that, they often come highlighted and already written on, so that might get confusing when I do color-coded highlighting. So if you ever purchase case books or think about used ones, that's something to keep in mind. There's some interesting things near my school, like right across the street from my school. There's a pub called McGovern's. So on Thursdays, some of my classmates and a lot of the upperclassmen in the evening on Thursdays, they go there and just hang out. Like just a mental break, because you have to live, you have to do something besides studying. So on that note, I usually go to the gym about 3 times a week. I say, because I spend most of my day sitting down, doing studying, doing reading. Sometimes you have to do something else, so I let out my energy. I go to the gym, practice some martial arts with some friends, do some boxing. And that's the gist of it. I'll tell you a little bit about my classes and my professors. In torts, I have for torts, I have Professor Gonzalez, and what we do, um, pretty much that's a lot about personal injuries. Like a guy enters a hospital, slips and falls, and sues the hospital. So we do a lot of cases like that. We do a lot of policy discussion. Like, should there be different standards of liability for, say, children and an adult? In property, recently we've been doing future interest and wills. So, like, if a person dies and leaves a will, how do you interpret that will depending on, where the comma is in that will, and things like that. Contracts, we've been doing a lot of business contracts more recently. So, like, a company orders, gasoline for a period of 3 years at a set rate, and then the supplier ends up changing the price and saying that the contract was that allowed them to do this, and then the dispute goes into litigation, goes to court. In legal writing, I've been doing memos. So we have a sample hypothetical case, and we need to do research on other cases and apply it. And that's the gist of that. Criminal law, the most recent topic was the issue of rape, so we've been going into that in detail, not gruesome detail, but legal detail. And yeah, overall, I really like the experience, and I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of amazing people, amazingly intelligent people, people that are like-minded. We are motivated and want to study hard, want to learn. It's amazing. Yeah. So hopefully this video was a little helpful, and